Oh, I'm so hungry. I wonder what I should have for breakfast. Okay, so I have bread, or I have some of the materials to make a cake. Oh, but I'm actually missing some of the materials. I'm missing sugar, and I'm missing some milk. Okay. I could go and get the stuff to make the cake. That would fill me up a little bit more, but I have the bread already. Should I just settle for that? This is such a hard choice. I don't know what to do. I am an economist, and today I'm going to help you solve this problem by using economic principles. Let's go. Welcome to the economy basement. So as you guys saw earlier, Steve up there has a choice to make for breakfast. He can either have bread or he can make a cake. Now, we're going to look at what the opportunity cost would be for both of these options. So as we know, Steve has a total of 4 bread in which he could have for breakfast. Now 4 bread would be enough to fill him up for the day. However, you can't actually separate this amount of bread. So he can only eat once, twice, 3 times, 4 times before he has to go find more food. Anyway, 4 bread is enough for Steve to fill up completely for breakfast and still have 2 left over for the rest of the day. However, bread does not satisfy as much as you might think. Now let's look at the opportunity cost for cake. Cake, on the other hand, will satisfy his entire hunger bar. Not only that, but he would actually have some left over after eating it. And cake has a higher saturation, meaning it will take longer for him to go hungry again. The downside to having a cake is that he doesn't have all of the materials. What are you... You saw nothing. If Steve did go out and gather the required materials to fully craft a cake, once he has a cake, you have to place it in order to eat it. You can't eat it in your hand like you can with bread, meaning where you place your cake is where you have to eat it from. Once Steve satisfies his full hunger bar, it's likely he'll still have some cake left. And now if Steve decides to go out somewhere, he would have to come back home in order to eat this cake. After looking at the opportunity cost for eating both bread and cake for breakfast, I think it's fair to say that Steve should eat the bread. Not only does he not have all of the required materials for the cake, meaning he would have to go out and buy them, spending more money, but he can solve his immediate problem of hunger by just eating the bread. On top of that, he would actually have enough bread to eat throughout the day, not only for breakfast, so he could satisfy his hunger now and in the future by using materials he already has instead of spending money on stuff he doesn't actually need. Thanks, economist man. Now I know what to do. I'll put these back and wait until another day to use these materials, and now I'll just eat the bread for breakfast. There we go. Much better. Now that I've satisfied my hunger, it's time to go to work. Steve works all the way over in this separate village as a wheat farmer. We need to help Steve decide how he is going to get to work today, and we're going to be looking at the negative externality. A negative externality arises when an economic activity imposes an uncompensated cost on a third party, meaning costs are not fully reflected in the price of the good or service. Now it's time for me to go to work. How I get to work every day is by taking my gas-powered horse, James. I love James. He's a very fast horse. He's a very good boy. And he gets me from point A to point B, and he's very fast, a lot better than me walking on my own 2 feet. And I don't have to take any hunger or exercise. You see, look how happy he is. He knows what time it is. He knows it's work time. He can't wait to get out of here. Let's go, James. Now hold on, Steve. You have to take into account the negative externalities that arise when you take a gas-powered horse like James. Not only does he take gas, meaning he's producing a lot of CO2 as he's driven, which is kind of destroying our beautiful environment here, but on top of that, he creates a lot of noise pollution as he's a very loud gas-powered horse. He's a very loud gas-powered horse. I mean, have you ever heard a horse? Horses are loud enough on their own. You don't need a gas-powered one who doesn't even have a muffler, by the way, because Steve wants him to sound cool or whatever. It's ridiculous. It wakes me up at night. I can't stand it. Steve, you have to take into account the things that matter more than just your own convenience and speed. When looking at economic problems, you also have to take into account what happens to the things around you and things that aren't just directly related to price. You know what, economist man, you're absolutely right. I shouldn't take James today, because when I take James, I wake up everyone, and he causes a lot of pollution. As much as I love James, and I know he likes to go for a walk, he's not exactly... What the hell was that? Oh. You... Okay, well, I'm guessing he's... I don't know what that guy's doing. James, get over here. What do you think you're going? Come on. No. I can't take you today. I'm just gonna walk. You know what? It's a beautiful day outside. I'm just gonna walk to work, because I like walking and I enjoy walking, and I'm going to take a nice stroll through my neighborhood, and I'm going to say hi to my neighbors, and I'm going to appreciate this beautiful place that we live in, and I'm going to go into this dude's house, and I'm going to close his doors for him. I don't know what he's doing. So now let's go to work and see what happens there. Okay, finally made it into work. Oh, that was a long walk. Okay, let me just clock in here. There you go. Perfect. Then we go get my work uniform on. There we go. Looking snazzy. And then, of course, I need my trusty gardening tool. Okay, let's go to work. There's a lot of wheat to be harvested.
Need paying and the blocks need placing. Gotta work all day in a deep dark mind, and the mobs need slaying. Gotta work all day. Yeah, there's a party on the weekend. Head to decline, creepers be creeping. The shops need stocking, so we'll keep on rocking. Gotta work all day. The sand needs piling and the sword needs shining. Gotta work all day. When the sun comes down over Hermit Town, you better work all day.
Okay, that was a very long day at work. Oh, glad we finally got that done, but we did get a lot of wheat here. We got quite the harvest. Okay, let me just clock out there. Perfect. There we go. Put my gardening tool back. Yep. Okay, now we got to take off our work clothes. That's very important. Put those back so we'll have them ready for tomorrow. There we go. Okay, now let's go meet Albert, our distributor, so we can actually sell all of this wheat here and make some profits, baby. Alright, there you are, Albert. How's it going, man? Alright, listen. Now it's time for us to give Albert here all of our wheat. We're going to sell them to him for some delicious emeralds. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Look at all the profit. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's all we can sell to him. Albert, thank you very much, sir. Pleasure doing business with you, as always, Albert. Appreciate it. 25 emeralds. I mean, God, that's just so many. Look at all the profits. Oh, so many profits. Oh, it's all good. It's all good. Albert, thank you, my brother. I really appreciate it. Okay, it seems Albert has restocked his shop of emeralds, so we can now actually sell him the rest of our wheat for even more profits here. Oh, yes. Thank you, Albert. I know, man. I know you're giving me your emeralds. Look at that. 41 emeralds. Albert, we are making breaks here. We are making deals. And we are making history because we are making money. Now, look at this. Look at this. So, because we have now created a trade deal with Albert, we have now created our own relationship. Albert's now actually willing to sell us wheat at a discounted price. Our wheat has just increased in value. Instead of being 20 wheat for 1 emerald, he will now only take 19 wheat for 1 emerald. So we're going to go ahead and finish off selling this wheat to him because we want as much profit as possible. Thank you, Albert. Pleasure doing business with you, my best friend of all time. Okay, so we're just going to finish off our trading with Albert here and completely stock out on all of our emeralds. There we go. Yes, thank you, Albert, and your beautiful big nose. I really appreciate it, man. All right, we have now gotten our profits. I think it's time we head home to meet Economy Man so we can talk about what just happened with Albert. Okay, well, that was a nice walk home. Hello, neighbor. James. Let's go talk to Economy Man so he can tell us about what just happened when we made that deal. So, after watching the deal between Steve and Albert, what can we learn? Well, they gave a perfect example of what a trade deal or a trade partnership looks like inside of an economy. Steve and Albert are trading goods or services for one another, or to one another exclusively. As we saw, all of the wheat that Steve was able to collect during his day of work was then traded to Albert exclusively. And it was this exclusive trading that allowed Steve and Albert to foster a better business relationship, which is why Albert in the end gave him a deal, reducing the price of an emerald from 20 wheat down to only 19 wheat, making each individual wheat itself technically worth more. And Albert, of course, will benefit because now he has a steady supply of wheat for whatever nefarious purposes he's using wheat for. I don't know. I don't know Albert, all right? He's a good guy, but I'm not sure what he's doing with that. Thank you guys for watching this little economic video that I had to make. I had a blast making it, and I know James did too. Economies are pretty cool, actually. Especially in Minecraft, because, you know, everything in Minecraft is better. Anyway, bye! Come on, James. Let's ride off into the sunset together.